Alright, last time on the Messenger we were gonna be Indiana Jones, and this thing is gonna happen. And, whoa. Whoa. Trippy. Trippy, stop. No, stop. It's too weird. Oh, man. Listen to those sound effects. Hello? Okay. Corbel is faster. And we get this music. This freaking music. Oh my gosh. I love this music. Bye, Tower of Time. Oh my gosh, this song. This is such a perfect way to open up this part of the game. Although I still kind of consider this Act 1 of this game. I mean, I guess it's technically starting to become Act 2, but if you would call this Act 2, then it's actually really short compared to whatever I would call Act 2 normally, so it's still kind of Act 1.5, but that's probably majorly spoiling stuff. And this guy's music got an upgrade. What happened? I warped or something, and the text sounds all different. Hello? Okay, that is a really cool hat. Seriously, wow. Oh my gosh. Any idea what happened now? Sorry, I just can't get over the hat. Need anything? Dude, are you gonna be useful? Welcome to the Cloud Ruins, remnants of a civilization of giants that used to live in the sky. This place is beautiful, but the structures feel precarious. Yeah, bad place if you're afraid of heights. How high am I? You mean in my opinion? What? Oh, geographically. Well, you entered the Tower of Time at the top of the mountain, and then it exited through the top of the tower, so I'd say fairly high. Enjoy the sights. What's the deal with everything looking so different? You know, I was wondering how you were going to deal with the implications of time travel. Seems ignorance really is bliss. Pardon? That moment in the Tower of Time? Yeah? It sent you to the future! Neat. Yes, precisely. Neat. Any stories to share? Oh boy, get my water, because I'm gonna have to do some... There once was a starving little boy who never missed a chance to help his fellow villagers. One day, after helping an old man carry a heavy bundle of wheat, he was offered to a loaf of bread. Offered a loaf of bread. Offered to a loaf of bread? I sacrifice you to this loaf of bread. Eat your fill, my boy, it is well deserved, he began. But if you feel like helping even more, there are two gnomes hiding in the forest who are even hungrier than you are. Now, that boy was an empathetic one. His mind was made up instantly. After a short hike, he found the gnomes, and split the bread between the two of them without even saving a bite for himself. Thank you, kind little boy, the gnomes beamed. It seems you have lifted our curse. Indeed, to punish them for their greed, a spirit had put them under a rather annoying spell. I hate it when that happens. They were exiled to the forest carrying a magic little mill capable of producing anything its bearer desired. Oh no. But the little mill's magic would only be activated once the gnomes were fed by a stranger acting out of selfless generosity. To starve while carrying a relic promising abundance, a cruel fate indeed. Now you can imagine the little boy's surprise when he was given the magic item. Name something you want while turning the crank to the right, and the little mill will produce an endless stream of it, the gnomes explained. Turn it to the left and it will stop. After creating a huge pile of food for the two gnomes, the young boy went back to his village to help the populace with his newfound powers. But as he grew into popularity, his older sister grew in jealousy. One night she couldn't take it anymore and stole the little mill from her brother's bed table along with 2 leftover pies from that afternoon's feast. Adding insult to injuries, she left on the family's fishing boat to reach new lands, to have her turn in the role of the popular purveyor. Once out at sea, she decided to try one of the pies, which to her taste were lacking a little something. It was time to try that little mill's magic, she reckoned. Give me salt, she said, turning the crank to the right, and salt she got, heaps and heaps of it. Now, older sister had never bothered paying attention to how the mill could be stopped. Stop, little mill, stop, she shouted, first annoyed, then worried, and finally panicked. Salt soon overflowed, the boat itself sinking under the weight. It is said that the sunken little mill is still operational to this day. and the reason that seawater is salty. The end. That was interesting, but it feels more like a kid's story explaining things about the world than that we know the actual reason for, or what my English teacher, or Joseph Campbell, I guess, used to call a cosmological function, or a pedagogical function. It's both, right? No, it's pedagogical function. Tough crowd, huh? Why don't you tell me a story and I'll judge it? So, you're looking for additional takeaways? How about this? Seeing how Big Sister's anger irritated people were henceforth referred to as salty. Oh, I got another one. Seeing how Big Sister's shortcomings as a little mill operator led to her demise, unqualified people were henceforth referred to as not being worth their salt. Hey, this is fun. You should go. I'll keep on coming up morals to do with salt. How about something about run-of-the-mill? No. Let's get out of here while I sip my water, and it'll be a good time. So yeah, this is where the game just starts really going at it. Wow. Shut up, Corbel. No, I love you, Corbel. Not really. You're a demon. Okay, how did that work? I, like, ran through it. So, this game is just awesome. And this has got to be, like, the first time I've played a game on my channel this close after actually playing it for my first time as a casual gamer, which this LP is still pretty casual. People say casual to differentiate from speedrunning, but I'm just saying it was my own camera, my own playthrough. I didn't have a camera rolling or anything. These ghosts, we're gonna see more of them in the future. But yeah, it's just such an exciting moment when the game shifts over from 8-bit to 16-bit. I remember being a bit disappointed my first time playing this game that they chose, like, Sega Genesis 16-bit as opposed to Super Nintendo's 16-bit, which I wonder why exactly they made that decision, but I mean, it's kind of just like a creative thing, I guess. It's like, well, Sega Genesis is iconic in a certain way, and certainly, like, if you hear this music, your brain immediately goes Sega Genesis, where I think it's a little bit harder to say, oh, you know, oh yeah, that's Super Nintendo music. So welcome to this gimmick of this level where there's a dragon chasing you. And you just have to be good at platforming. Cool. Are we almost to the end? Yeah, I think so. You just know when you see the clouds, you're like, oh, we have a dragon coming up. Conveniently, there's a shop right here, so I can ask the shopkeeper, hey, what? Hey, wait a second, that's my hat. Oh, you like that? Is it why you chose to wear one as well? What? Well, you have the same hat. No, I got it first. Oh, is that what you're going to tell yourself? Fine. I did have the hat first and you were all over it. Right, yeah, that'll happen, sure. Look, you can put your head in the sand all you want in an attempt to preserve your ego, but clearly it's not going to work on the person that was there when it all happened. Shut up, shopkeeper. So we can't chat about the dragon. That's disappointing. But that was still a pretty good chat about the freaking hat business. Hat in Time. I've been watching Hat in Time. I said that already. Yeah, it's interesting to hear. I mean, I've been a huge fan of John O'Chrome, you know, before he was John O'Chrome. So, like, since 2013, I think, maybe even 2012. Probably 2012, yeah. At least that's when I discovered him, because I discovered him through... I discovered P-Call through Nintendo Capri Sun and I discovered Jonochrome through Peak Hall. That's probably all stuff that I talked about in my earlier LPs. Like, my inspiration for why I became a Let's Player. But yeah, he's playing Hat in Time, and I'm just a big fan of him. I love the way he thinks about things. He's a cool person, he's an artist, and he knows a lot about video games. And he was really disappointed with Hat in Time when it came out, but he's kind of doing this LP as like an attempt to make amends with the game in a way. And it's still, I mean, like, watching that game, I can see why middle school kids love that game, you know? But I can also see, like, how people who were expecting it to be like, oh, this is gonna be the next Banjo-Kazooie, were disappointed by that game. Will you freaking... Thank you. So is this a bonus area, or what am I doing here? That was a uncomfortably tight jump. Okay. Yeah, because it's like, you know, these were all the things that were promised in the beta, and this is the game that we actually got, and there's a bit of a discrepancy. It's like, you know, they promised they were going to do this, and I don't know, he's right, it does feel like kind of an unfinished game that's, you know, really, like, colorful and, like, yay, happy, and it's, like, for kids, and it's, like, wow, and very Doge, all the Doge. But it's like, you know, he's pointing out, like, oh, they have Mustache Girl, and Mustache Girl was supposed to be, freaking Dragon, the main villain of the game. But she kind of disappears after Chapter 1 and 2. And it's like, yeah, you're right. And I'm not just saying this as a spectator. I mean, I didn't back the game or anything, but I was aware of the Kickstarter back in, I don't know when that was. It was like 2014, maybe 2015. Shoot, too close for comfort. Nope. I need to, what do I need to do? Grapple hook? Yes, I've died 67 times, thank you. That's not very encouraging, constantly seeing the number of times I've died, but I guess it's like, it's kind of like a cool thing. It motivates you. Be like, well, next time I won't die because I'm gonna be like amazing. Oh, I think I shouldn't float right after I do grapple hook, because that kind of grapple hook gives you amazing momentum. You just fly across the screen, but yeah, I've been canceling that momentum that I could have had. Oh shoot, I'm gonna be too close. Yeah, no. This part of the level can be kind of annoying. This is where the game starts getting harder. This is a challenging game. I'd say it's kind of like Shovel Knight, in which it's really good, it's really legitimately challenging, yet they do a lot of good stuff to make it more forgiving than a traditional 1980s game. Shoot! Ugh! I would have made it, but I just barely touched the gap. That's considered the death gap, the death pixel, whatever speedrunners call it. Oh no, scary music. Yeah, but it's kind of the thing, it's kind of interesting because I just watched a whole documentary about game development, you know, the Broken Age documentary, aka Double Fine Adventure, and how things don't always go as planned. And like, Kickstarters are wonderful because you get to make something without a publisher constantly telling you, like, no, you can do this, you can't do that. Yeah! Yeah, buddy! Oh my gosh. But how in the Double Fine adventure they're constantly talking about like, oh, we're not going to be able to make this deadline, we have to keep moving this deadline, and the fans are like, you know, Tim Schafer, we gave you $3 million to make this game, why aren't you delivering on this promise? And he's like, I got this team of 50 or however many people it is here at this really, like, it's a really cool office. Like, watching all 20 episodes of the Double Fine Adventure documentary really makes you feel like you live with that people. And like, I love that office. That's a very Hygge office. If I could, I would totally work in that office. I'll be the new Peter McConnell and compose music for Double Fine games. But anyway, this is a cool thing that you can do if you want money, which I kind of do. But I'm not super greedy about it. I just, I'd appreciate the cash, if you know what I'm saying. It's like, Coach Z. Coach Z's got money, but not much. Coach Z's got money, but not much. Coach Z's got money, but not much. I could use $1. I could use a couple bucks. I'm so old school, 1212. They tore the school down. Where my lasers at? Where my lasers at, y'all? Where my lasers at? Where my lasers at, y'all? Where my lasers at? All the people try to tell me where the lasers at, and I gotta, what's the words? I got a bunch of things about the laser crabs, and I gotta tell your mother about the laser dabs. Pew, 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 pew. These people try to fade me. I can't call me on my cell phone. I get busy. I got to see the sweet doctor. I'm Dr. Sweet. I got to see the sweet doctor. I'm Dr. Sweet. Got the grown-up beats. I'm Dr. Sweet. I got the grown-up... I got sawed in half by the blue saw. I got the grown-up beats. I'm These people's try to fade me. These people's dropped a BAM! I can freak. I can flow. I can... Sorry. My friend on Steam has a curse word in their name. Anyway. And they also have a toxic, like, well, not toxic, just like intentionally lascivious anime girl as their picture. I love that word, lascivious. I love that word. Just don't anybody tell me that I can't love... Oh my gosh. We gotta run away from Sigmund the Dragon a third freaking time. And their enemies. That kind of reminds me of like a Shadow Mario or something, like... Yeah, see how much momentum that grappling hook gives you? The rope dart? See, now I'm like, too much momentum, like I have to see what's coming next. Don't do that. I love that. So, when they give you those lanterns, they're saying, oh, we want you to... Okay. There's a really tough boss battle coming up, so I might have to end this episode here, but I don't want to because I usually let the episodes go on like 25 minutes while I beat the boss. Like, the Prophet wanted me to repeat a line for you. Alright, let's hear it. Okay, I always wanted to try the voice. Check it out. And on this day, the messenger shall unwittingly make his lifesaver indebted to him. And that means... I'm not sure, but if all else fails, attack the fireballs. Thanks. You'll understand what it means soon enough. But spoiler alert, it basically means that after we fight this dragon, he's gonna save our life. So... Oh, I hated this boss my first playthrough. Can I pause the game? Yeah. I hated this boss my first time playing through, because if you're not like on point with stuff, with like attacking in midair and stuff, like precision attacks, I love this music, by the way, then you will fall into the pit, and falling into the pit is a much, you know, Falling into the pit you can only do once. You know, you can get hit several times. By the way, that's a very kind of like Sega thing. That like little bloop, that little like white flash that goes across his entire body. Oh my gosh, he's eating away at the platforms beneath us. That's so original. It doesn't have to be original, it's still cool. This game has enough original elements already, I'm not trying to diss it for any reason. Okay. Yeah, I still don't like this boss. This boss is still hard as cake. Which is totally not a thing that people say. Okay, he's flashing at the slow speed. That means we're making progress, right? We like progress, yes sir. We like progress. Yeah, he just behaves like that Snake, you know, from the arcade game Snake. It's really weird. But I guess, you know. No, don't destroy all of the clouds. I need those clouds. Anyway. If we pog the heck out of this... Oh my gosh. No pog. Not today. Ugh. Let's see, Corbel Scream. Let's make this into a montage instead of me trying to commentate the whole fight. But if I stay up too late recording this, because it's already 10:10, and I'd like to get some rest before my early morning class tomorrow. Hey, it's my last day of summer class, and then I get to go to Vermont with my parents and get out of the city with, you know, people. You know, that's the only reason that New York City had, you know, coronavirus deaths, is because they had too many people. If they would have just had less people, then they would have been fine. So, you know, West Virginia is doing fine, and Vermont is doing fine with the coronavirus. I don't know. I'm not gonna bring partisan politics into this, but the thing is, why is health and basic safety a partisan issue? I mean, only this president, who completely denies science, would... Well, I guess there are several presidents who have denied science, like, I don't know. Well, I was thinking of the Scopes trial, but that's not really the same thing. Yeah, just... I understand that people are at lower risk for COVID-19 in rural communities. No! Yeah, I should just not talk about politics and just focus on... What did we call this guy? Sigmund the Dragon? I think he has a name, but I'm just calling him Sigmund for now. Yeah, it is very stressful when you have to hit him and there's no platform underneath you, but you just have to be great. You have to be a god at video games. No, I don't know. You just kind of have to... just be smart. Be careful with these fireballs. Oh, they're going so high, and I got him. Was that it? Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. And he's a blue dragon now. Who would have expected? What are these Kirby, Zelda, Adventure Island hearts? I've been watching you for a long time, Messenger. Now, this guy needs a more epic voice. Let's see. Pull out my British accent. Here we go. I've been waiting. That's too Cockney. I've been waiting. I've been watching you for a long time, Messenger. Who are you, anyway? Ah, so the disguise did fool you. It's a shame you freed my slave pet, but no matter. I am now certain I can defeat you. You! Wahaha, wahaha, surprised. Time to pay for what you did to my people. Bold words coming from such an unprepared adventurer. The underworld awaits you, messenger. At last the scroll will be ours. Watch your step now. Shout out to my homie John Milton. And Johannes Gutenberg. No, wait. Like, shout out to Beelzebub. Never mind. I'm referencing this one project that I did for... So welcome to the second Sega level. And we're in hell. Yay! Go read Paradise Lost. It's a cool book. If you notice, this song is in the same key as the song for the Cloud Ruins. And with that, I'm going to have to say thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play The Messenger, and we'll explore hell in the next episode. And I'll maybe see you for some more Endless Ocean stuff, or maybe not. I don't care. Take care. Bye.